Hello?
Christine?
Hello? Yeah, Christine?
Yes. Did you have a story or a question?
Oh, yeah, I do. So, I have a court date coming up for my daughter, and she's one of the 4 children that I have. And I think it's a 6-month, I don't even know what it is. Something after 6 months, then they see if she's going to be put up for adoption. Well, she's part Indian. And so I was told to go find out. I don't know what to do.
Okay.
So I was told to go to Ikawa, and they could, because my kids were unjustly removed from my house.
Okay, Christine,
when I wasn't there.
Hold on a second. Just from the first few seconds of our conversation, I can tell you need to talk to your attorney. Have you talked?
I have. I have.
And
he's really short with me, and I need a new attorney.
Well, you can get a new attorney. Well, if you were in California, say, I'm not licensed in Texas, you might be able to hire an attorney, or you might be able to ask the court to get you a new attorney. If you're not getting along with this attorney, you might have a conflict, I don't know. But you got to talk to an attorney. You cannot be going into this hearing not knowing what's going on. Because, if Texas law is similar to California law, you could lose this child after the first 6 months. Okay?
Okay, so that's what, because there's some other more detailed, heavy things that I'd like to speak with you off the radio.
Okay.
That was my main one. That's for the most part. But
well, call me.
I basically
call me Monday. Make an appointment. I'll be in trial on Monday, but you can make an appointment to talk to me on Tuesday. The number is 888-888-6582. And just ask to make a phone appointment with me on Tuesday, okay?
Okay, because it's on the 19th is my court date, so...
Oh, yeah, you better call right away then.
Okay.
Okay, Christine, thank you for calling. Thank you for listening. Let's talk to, is it Elisa or Alyssa from Los Angeles?
Hi.
Hi, did you have a story to tell or a question to ask?
Kind of a little bit of both. I called in maybe about a month or 2 ago, and when the case had just opened, when it was just an investigation, I kind of just wanted to follow up, I guess, and ask a few questions.
Go ahead.
My case opened up due to allegations from the transitional shelter that I moved out of with my son, where the case manager, who actually was only the case manager for about 2 or 3 months, she was actually hired by surprise when she applied for a different position, so she was not qualified to actually be a case manager. It was an emergency, and they needed somebody to fill the position last minute. So she didn't really have any background at being a case manager, working with low-income families, working with people who have history of addiction or anything like that. She actually called in and made a referral to DCFS because she assumed, and her statement in my petition does say that she assumed that I was being less than truthful about being clean or having relapsed. And I was enrolled in an outpatient program because I had finished school while I was living in the shelter, and I enrolled myself in an outpatient program because I am in recovery and I was going to have a lot of time on my hands. And like I said, she was inexperienced, so her case management wasn't really helping me with my triggers or things like that I was trying to speak with her about. I felt really judged, and so like I said, my sponsor recommended going to an outpatient just to kind of keep me busy until I found work after I graduated. And she was not able to get my test results from the counselor, and she was upset about that. But it was my HIPAA rights, those are my medical records, and she wasn't allowed to get them when she called. And so she called DCFS on me, even though she called me to randomly test every so often, and I tested clean for her. She did not have any proof of those clean tests, of course, when it came to the investigation. But right now I have a court hearing for the, I think it's adjudication hearing, I believe, where they determine whether or not they're going to open the case. It's been since April, 3 days after I moved into my permanent housing, that this case has been ongoing, like an investigation, I guess.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is the child with you?
Yeah, they did. They tried to detain, but denied the removal. And
Okay. So
the investigator called me and said, I've never seen anything like that happen before.
So the adjudication and disposition hearing, which you have coming up, is, probably one of the most important hearings you're going to have regarding this case. And it's regarding whether to keep the case open or to have the child placed out of your home or have the child placed in your home, but the case still moves forward. What you have to do is you're going to have to sit down with your attorney, come up with a strategy and a plan, what witnesses to, bring, what exhibits to bring.
Yeah, I spoke with him. I actually had a different attorney, and she was out on leave. She was sick for weeks, and I wasn't able to get through to her. So I just recently, this last week, I was able to get information on who was filling in for her. So I spoke with him, and he was kind of confused. Like, there's a lot of things in my petition from the dependency lawyer investigator or something from CPS, the petition for this coming hearing, and he was even confused. Like, a lot of the things that she's saying are false. Like, she's saying that I was exited from my sober living program in April when I was actually just asked to leave a transitional shelter, and they said they would have helped me find permanent housing. So that insinuates that I was using, because there's only one way to get kicked out of a sober living, right?
Well, you have to be careful when you talk.
There's a lot of false facts in there, and a lot of things are manipulated, not really what I said, even though she specifically told me when I spoke with her that she was writing everything down word for word as I said it, and she didn't. And
well, let me ask you something. You're going to have a trial, right?
I'm sorry?
You're going to have a trial, right?
I'm not sure. I don't really know how this works.
Well, see, that's what you got to talk to your attorney about. You're going to have to.
Yeah, I know.
You got to email your attorney, get all the information, get all the facts. One of the things that you can't. Hey, Lisa, I'm running out of time, so let me just tell you this. One of the things that you can do is call my office. You can actually call tomorrow. There's someone working tomorrow, and request that one of my books. It's called The Secret: How to Fight Child Protective Services and Win. Have them mail that to you or email it to you. I think we have a digital version of the book. So you can read through there and then talk to your attorney. You need a 60,000-foot overview.
I have another question, though, really quickly. What do I do about they're having me randomly test, but I work full-time. And at the very beginning of the case, when there was just an investigation, I was only working 3 days a week, but now it's 5. And my testing site closes at 5, and I get off at 5:30. So I'm having to pay out of pocket $60 plus Uber fees every week after to pay for these UAs at a different location.
Right.
And they're saying that they're calling me a no-show every week.
Okay, so what you have to do... hold on. I'm going to tell you what to do. You're going to have to get those tests, and then once... Hopefully you're going to win this case, and you're going to ask for reimbursement from the social worker to get that money back for the drug testing and for the Uber fees. But the most important thing you have to do is you have to sit down on the phone or in person with your attorney and, come up with a plan. Don't go into this trial without a plan. At least I want to thank you for calling. Thank you for listening. Give us an update in a couple of weeks how things went. This has been The Secret: How to Fight Child Protective Services and Win. We will see you next week on the radio.